He's a main threat on these opening faceoffs. He's also critical going from defense to offense. He's got 5 goals. First hot day is always a challenge.
North Carolina wins the opening faceoff, as you might expect. Brady Wambach, one of the top faceoff men in the country. That's going to be a big deal today, is how does Virginia, with Andrew Greenspan and Henry Metz, that two-headed monster there, deal with Wambach? So far, so good for North Carolina, and they get on the board first. Caden Harshbarger, one of a slew of freshmen who have had great years for North Carolina, puts them on the board early.
Bringing the energy on the first possession. They run their opener, which is just a flat-out isolation play from Matt Nunes' upper right. Virginia typically is slow to double team, puts his foot in the ground, rolls back. He's able to create enough separation to put the stick back in his right hand. Right here, he swivels his hips and lets it rip. If Carolina is going to make the NCAA tournament and make a run, though, he's got to get hot. He's got to be a game changer, a difference maker. Thought he played okay last week up at Michie Stadium in that loss to Army.
Here's Colsey. Up to Schutz. Will change the direction from Schutz. He shoots it, and there is Gianfrancaro making his first save of the day.
Defensive midfield on that shift, and maybe Ben Weyer was playing close defense.
That might be a way to keep 44 Weyer on the field longer today, on a day when he promises to have to log a lot of miles. Ground ball in the middle of the field. Big battle for it. Carolina does good to get out of there with it. Here comes O'Beary. Well, you were wondering whether he would play today, 9 and white. Well, there's your answer. Still 48 seconds to shoot, so plenty of time.
This is zone defense. Virginia's packed in pretty good.
It's Wertheim up top, 31.
Yeah, this is a zone from Virginia.
How does Carolina get out of it? That way? Would that be the way to get out of the zone? Have number 8 just find a little tiny crease. Carolina up 2-0.
Yeah, he steps into that severe angle crease. It's nice recognition, first of all, by North Carolina. Virginia's in a zone. The problem is, sometimes when your teams go zone, it's stand around and do nothing. You still need to apply some ball pressure, but this all starts with the failed Virginia clear. Ware turns it over, then the ground ball. Watch Ty English, 23. Gotta love this senior from Culver, man. What a great player. He can play defense, he can run the field. He's approaching 20 goals in the season. That ground ball correlates to Duffy's goal.
Sunderland, full head of steam. Here's Millen on the far side. Has it taken away from him. Picked back up though by Hackett. He can't get a shot off. He got mauled that time. Beautiful defense. Every game is going to be an absolute battle, including this one today against Virginia.
Gotta get this one at home. And keep in mind, their win over Johns Hopkins, Cotter, and their win over Penn, both of those teams really struggling. And both those are not going to be considered top 20 RPI wins.
No question. Petro, look at that. Beautiful play. Petro wide open on the wing. 3-0 North Carolina. The heels are off and running.
You want to call a timeout? That's fine. We're going to diagram a nice little play to get the ball to our best shooter and one of the best snipers in the country. Vicious left-handed shot, typically from Dom Pietramala, the redshirt sophomore, and that's his spot. Little one-touch. Looks like Ovechkin from the wing. Ball's in his stick just a fraction of a second. This season has struggled in their slide packages, okay? Whether, like last week, they gave up a big goal with a bad slide to a Syracuse Dodger, and then they didn't have a second slide behind it.
Petro on the run. Oh, he's putting on a show!
This is an entirely different type of shot. So Dom has showcased the ability to let it rip left-handed with his feet set. This is one where he just turns on the gas, sprints right across the face of the goal. And this is tough for a goaltender to find the ball in the pocket, off the lip, in the air. It just happens so fast. And what he does is he hides the ball right here. Look at him drop it behind his body and brings it through that shooting space so fast with a level change. That is unstoppable.
Down 4. Andrew Greenspan can't take this draw because he had a violation on the last one. So it's Henry Metz who wins it to himself, and he shoots and scores! How about that for a juice goal? You need some juice? Put in your backup Fogo and have him go down and score for you.
Little change of pace. Met's known as a counter guy, but they you know, Virginia, we were watching warm-ups, and quite honestly, they didn't look like they had much enthusiasm. We caught guys walking, just didn't see a spark, didn't see some bounce, and maybe this is a play that can change the trajectory of this game. He blocks that ball from being scooted out. Wambach is kind of lunging upfield. He's able to scoop it up cleanly, and they don't show him enough respect.
Take the draw against Wambach. Look at the Wambach just muscling back. Can't pick up the loose ball, though. Picked up by maybe the fastest man on the field, Parker Hoffman. Can he get to show his speed? He cannot, because it's taken away from him in the middle of the field. Weyer here, he's not afraid to shoot. Gets it back. Now he lets it go. Falling backwards, he was still able to put a lot of heat on that shot.
But he had one more down the right side. They had Colsey to his right. His 17th shot of the season. He's got 5 goals.
Millen looking to dodge on his defender. Look at him, he's got him on skates. Now he's got the short stick matchup. Turns the corner and scores! 2 in a row for the Wahoos. They got a little bit of fire under him right now.
That's really good. I mean, that is really, really good. The move was one thing. I mean, you're talking about a premier athlete in this sport, a guy who can absolutely fly, change of direction. He's got the loose hips right here, back and forth, back and forth. Look at the defender, ankle breaking. I mean, you grab the ankle tape. Then once he gets north of goal line extended, the ability to, while he's running, 3/4 arm release, jam that ball down low. Look at Gianfrancaro. He's jumping up. That's why level changes matter. Wow.
Got a final from Syracuse, 14-9. Look at the orange. Not a shocking win that Syracuse won that game. I think that they won it by 5 goals. Will probably surprise a lot of people.
Well, the other thing is that Notre Dame led 3-0 in that
North Carolina led 4-0 in this game. Now it's 4-3.
Virginia's found their game today. Suddenly, interlead figuring prominently in this goal. You see that circular ball movement, skip, and that defender's left on an island, a little split left to right, get back to the middle of the field, and he shoots through that defensive pressure. Gianfrancaro goes down, but with his wide base, there's no step.
Transfer from Cornell. A step on his defender, opted not to shoot to Madden. Now behind the cage to Duffy. Up top here to English. English working on the short stick to Emiti. Gets into the middle of the field, has a step, shoots, doesn't get through. Weyer picking up the ground ball, but he can't do anything with it. Tries to spin away from the defense, and English is there to get it back.
It's another grounder. This guy's got such a well-rounded game.
And you can see Wertheim and Hager up, or Hashbarger rather. No hurry. They're going to run this clock and wear this Virginia defense down. And just as I say that, Wertheim takes an almost impossible angle shot. But he's got a teammate there to keep the ball with North Carolina. That's Harshbarger, the freshman who scored earlier today.
He's adding a veteran presence. Remember, he's a grad student from Cornell. And he and Andrew O'Berry have made an immediate impact.
Duffy, he'll step into one. Nunes makes the save. Big save by Nunes.
Too early. Too early.
Still 15 seconds for Virginia to do something if they can clear it. In trouble, though, on the sideline. Back to Nunes. Weyer, watch out here. Weyer likes to shoot it. Loses it initially. Now he's in trouble. Tried to get it to Millen. Will he have enough time? No, there won't be any time to take another shot. That's going to be it.
And we're kind of pretty far down the line. But as a team, you got to incorporate 1 or 2 more guys. Your freshman class has to mature. You got to get better. You got to improve in the month of April.
Levy shoots and scores! The day just keeps getting better and better for the Levy family. His mom and 3 sisters got a huge win earlier today on this very field against the top-ranked Boston College Eagles. They remain unbeaten, and now one of the 2 sons, the Levy boys who plays on this Carolina men's team, gets a goal.
9th goal this season. He's shooting over 50%. But why I love him? Typically, he's a passer. He's a guy who can see the field. He's a left-hander. He's a real important part of this mix. I just mentioned improvement. Well, if Ryan Levy can up his production, that's certainly going to be very valuable. He's a guy who can come off the bench. He can play the left-handed attack spot. He's really good on the extra man, and basically knocked the goal backwards. And the goalie was blown up in smoke. The Lafayette goalie, AJ Marsh, Navy, was sick.
A lot of torque on those 6-foot
You could see the stick bend.
Yeah.
You could see like a hockey slap shot.
Duffy looking to go to work. Wants a pick from Harshbarger. Defender runs through the pick. Doesn't matter. Duffy finishes.
You know, that's interesting because a lot of times, Chris, we don't see Duffy using the pick game. He's so good, they leave him on an island and he toasts the guy like an Allen Iverson behind the net. But this time they set the pick on that high wing, and look at the way the things open up for the righty to run downhill. Pick set right there. Pass it across, another pick set right there. Defense tries to stay with the matchups. And that's just not well played defensively. Duffy getting to his strong hand in front of the goal. Nunes has absolutely zero chance to make that stop.
Back to a 3-goal advantage now for the Heels. Mets this time. Possession to Ware. Millen, he wants to take over. Shoots and scores! Really short stick that on that shot. That was much more about placement than it was about putting heat on that shot.
Well, our stars, Duffy's got 2, Pietramala's got 2, McCabe Millen has 2. All our sophomores. See the impact of Ware, split down the alley, switch back to his right hand. I mean, the footwork involved in this move is next level. Look, chop, 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 split to your left, bring it back. Get the ball out of your pocket before the trail check can get you. You have fun with those conference calls.
I've had Notre Dame so much this year, that might be it. Corrigan and I are familiar with each other. Look at that. Blast from Dewey Egan. San Diego in the house.
It's a difference this week. You're getting some significant production from the role players. Last week up at Army, Pietramala and Duffy accounted for 50% of the goals. And now in this quarter, we're seeing Ryan Levy get to the rack. Dewey Egan comes off the pines. He's a monster. Just leans in right-handed. It's a right-to-right move. Plants his feet, gets down the alley, and he's just given too much real estate. You've got to offer some friction defensively, at least.
Today, that kind of changed the complexion of this game early.
I think the loss of Joey Terenzi has hurt that element of their row.
Shot clock down to 10. Millen feeds it. Mankey inside the shot. The shovel shot. We're going to get our first flag of the day, though. Sunderland inside. Tried to feed it inside. Goes wanting. Still, though, man up for Virginia, and they keep it on their side of the field. So
I love it when coaches say, run the play, and you throw it to a guy who's covered. Coach, I was running the play. He was covered.
That pass, beautiful pass and finish by Mankey. How about the pass from McCabe Millen? Right on the doorstep. And the young man from Dallas just one-times it for the man-up goal.
Man-down defense, as you see the Tar Heels go over that autopsy report. What happened? Well, the keys to man-down defense are defending the low pipe areas and the slot, the crease areas first. Okay, and Millen just snipes this ball right through the formation. Look, he eyes it up. He sees a seam. There's a little bit of a line there. There's a little bit of a crease in the defense with a good percentage. You got to be vocal. You got to be the coach on the team. You got to know everybody's role, and you got to try to involve all the guys.
Schutz trying to use that big body to get in. Virginia scores again. Give it to Interlead. Now it's the Wahoo's turn to go on a run.
This offense has gradually improved. Let me tell you, it was not a thing of beauty early on in the season when we had them losing at home to Richmond. They lost on the road at Ohio State and only scored 5 goals. But this is starting to look like it should. A little slip pick up top, the throwback. Again, Carolina's stick maintenance is an issue. A stick breaks right there. They've got to run a defender off. And so next thing you know, you got a time room bullseye off a step down. And this shot, you tell me that level changes don't matter? That's a high release to a low location that completely buckles Gianfrancaro. Broken sticks twice now for Carolina's defense.
On consecutive possessions.
Who's your equipment guy?
Virginia, no goals in the first 10 minutes of this game. Will they get another one here? They do! 7 cents off the face-off. Greenspan, now that's first it was Mets and now Greenspan, so their Fogos have scored 2 goals and given them all kinds of juice. This one ties the game.
So funny, Lars Tiffany talking about how he liked their face-off work last week against Syracuse when they were head-and-head with Johnny Mullen. And Syracuse had 2 goals off the face-off. Well, today, Virginia's probably not winning most of the draws, but they've scored 2 goals off the face-off. Mets and now Greenspan.
Wertheim wrap checked.
Virginia loves that crowbar. You see their short stick defensive middies throw that check, goal line extended.
Wertheim back up top. Pietramala can step down, shoot, and score.
Wow. He's got every shot in his arsenal. This is a vicious outside bouncer. Watch where he plants this ball in the turf to get it to kick over the shoulders of the goalie, Matt Nunes. You talk about using the earth. This is a clinic on how to shoot the outside bouncer. Dom Pietramala's got a hat trick. Set your feet, boom, use that earth. He's got no chance.
Check that was Suchek. 1, not 7. Duffy. Got his defender hung up. Had Levy opted not to get instead. It's Suchek who's stoned.
Play a little Cinco here. 5-on-5. You see Levy in no man's land.
Right, up there with Burt. Burt's
so it's
keeping
a 5-man defensive package now, which makes your slides bigger.
Gianfrancaro with the stop.
Or pipe, either one, not sure. Thought I heard something.
I thought I heard the pipe too, but that one was going right for his chest protector. Virginia Notre Dame next week at 5 o'clock on ESPNU next Saturday.
Good one. South Bend. Hopefully it's spring there.
Last week we were there. It was great. Except for, well, Saturday was great. Sunday was absolutely awful. Hit or miss. That guy's just there's no miss with that. 77 Petro again. He's the one who's taken over this game. He's got 4.
Doing a lot of his damage from up top today. He curls all the way top of the box and then again runs downhill to a strong hand. And defensively, one thing you've got to do here is turn him away and make him right-handed. They use the pick, it's not really effective, but watch him shoot the pipe hard and he rattles that one in off the iron. You can hear it. Pop.
I can imagine some of those words coming out of your mouth back in the 80s.
It's a kind way to say that that's on you, Cotter, not me. It's a kind.
Wertheim on the run.
Good stop by Nunes.
Tough pass, but Interlead will check it down. Under 10 to shoot. Interlead's going to have to make something happen here. Millen is just going to fire from distance. Picked out of the air by Gianfrancaro. Oh, dangerous play, though. They got away with it. Just got away with it. Very fast. Great player on the wings during faceoffs. I mean, you know Wambach has got to tip his cap to his teammate Hoffman, who saves his bacon on a lot of those plays.
Virginia in the zone off the timeout.
Levy trying to break it down. He gets underneath his defender and scores. What a move by Ryan Levy.
You know, it's always a debate amongst coaches when you sit in a zone. Where are you going to put your shorties? You have 2 midfielders that need to play in the zone. A lot of teams like to put them on the inside and keep the poles on the outside to increase the length or range of the zone defense. This time Chismar's caught on the low lefty wing, 34 in blue, and he just over pursues this Levy move. Second goal of the game by Levy. Watch it. Whoop. Spaya. You got to respect him as Dodgers first. And he kind of swipes at him and lunges at him.
Millen tried to feather pass in. He did get it into Colsey. How did that one end up in 13 stick? Couldn't make it work for him. So now a chance for Carolina with 30 seconds to play.
Flag down behind the play. Gio got lit up. Tell you, he made this outlet pass and he took one.
Here it is again.
Blue, number 3, unnecessary roughness late. 1 minute. Timeout. Timeout. Carolina.
Carolina calls the timeout. The call is a 1 minute unnecessary roughness.
That's been the issue for Virginia all season, midfield production.
They got Interlead. Interlead's gotten a lot of run.
He has 1 goal, 2 goals
today. Working on Hagerup. Back up top to Schutz. Schutz had a little bit of room there. Now he has more room and scores. There you go, Q.
That Sisenko look. Chismar was parked on the far side by the Virginia bench, and he lured the Carolina offensive midfielder out. So they play 5-on-5, and that creates a lot more space for the offense to operate. Makes your slide packages longer. It makes your communication more essential. Like if you're a high school coach, a lot of times I recommend scrimmaging 5-on-5 in the half-field set, not 6-on-6. Having the 6th defender really makes a difference in clogging things up. And you see Carolina, there's no double team there. Barton gets taken down that left wing, heading right in the face of Gianfrancaro.
Schutz picks up a goal on the day to go with an assist he had in the first half. So 1-1. Now we're going to get a call here against Virginia. Metz, the guilty party, the face-off man. So another man-up opportunity for Carolina, second in this half.
You better find 77 in white here. Lefty shooter near side of the screen.
Instead, they go inside, dump it down to Wertheim, and he beats Nunes.
Great extra man units have that inside-outside presence. To pick your poison, like, yeah, 77, coach doesn't want me to let him shoot, so I stretch out. That creates a skip lane. And this is a snipe of a pass by Duffy. Watch the skip right there through sticks. Easy one for the graduate transfer from Cornell. Great look by Duffy, but the power of Dom Pietramala stretches and extends the defense.
When we see it slow down a little bit as this heat and the weather kind of wears on both of these teams, we were at a furious pace for much of the first half. And again, that continues here with Harshbarger taking a shot. Nunes with the save.
Good stop by Nunes.
Probably 2A and 2B with Tommy McNeil, senior.
It's a pass that young defenders need to practice. The 20-yard outlet pass and the 40-yard outlet pass.
McMillan trying to get a pick. Beautiful feet inside, but Gianfrancaro makes the save.
Carolina dominating time of possession in the second half.
Yeah, they've had 2 man-ups. Converted on one of them. That certainly will help. And they score. That's the freshman Suchek. Harshbarger has one. Suchek has one. We've seen Parker Hoffman on wings as a freshman make a big impact. Brevin Wilson has played a lot of freshmen on this team. Q getting big-time minutes.
5-1 run now after this game was tied at 7 apiece. They kick it through S. Duffy's unselfish. He sees that his teammate has a matchup against a shorty. And once again, Virginia's just not sure what they're doing. You leave your shorty here, your midi on a one-on-one. You get no kind of help. And he just runs by him for an easy isolation goal. Extra man now for North Carolina. You see 77 in white perched right in the middle of this defense.
It's going to be an offside call here.
He's going to be the designated backer.
It's got to be offside. They're going to keep.
He's kind of like the free safety.
Right. Colsey on the run, scores!
That was not played well by Carolina at all. We asked for more Colsey. We asked for more shots. Colsey's had a magnificent season, the junior lefty. Spent last summer up in Canada improving his game. He shifted from midfield down to attack. And you know, at a time early this season, Cotter, that first month of the season when Virginia was struggling to score goals, it was Ryan Colsey doing a lot of the heavy lifting. He's had a really, really good year. Maybe that led to that, what I said was not great defense in that situation.
So let's keep an eye on 77 and White. See how long he's over there on the sideline as he recovers. He did go into the tunnel, so let's hope that's not as serious as it might be. This is a big scramble for a ground ball. Look at Wambach getting drilled. Stays with Carolina. Great look. Madden scores! Hoffman with the big ground ball. Presence of mind to find Madden on the wing. He beats Nunes. The lead right back up to 4.
I tell you, Hoffman, he's created a role for himself, hasn't he? He's got wheels, and they use him on the wings of faceoffs. Probably the smallest guy out there, number 4 in White. But the ball keeps finding him today. Now he makes a great decision. He puts that ball right on the money, so all Madden has to do is fold it over. Catch in rhythm, snipes high. Nunes gets a big chunk of that. Very little ball pressure.
English up top now. Duffy. Wertheim. Far side, they score. Duffy.
Just a matter of time, Connor. Just a matter of time. It's a brilliant offensive possession by Carolina. It's the best their passings looked all season. Heels are 7-2. Looking to turn the corner as a program. They haven't seen the national championship tournament since 2021. And finishing this game with a W takes a big step in that direction. Unselfish offense and sniping from 10 yards. Owen Duffy. Virginia with the 3-color ensemble today, Cotter, that you like.
I think it's a really
I'm not a
good
fan
call.
of the white helmets.
I think it's a good call. Oh, wow, a huge hit. You a fan of that hit from Nunes?
I love it. I absolutely love it. Textbook. This will be face-to-face.
Against the freshman, Macaluso. You can hear the pads are popping from up here.
Oh,
nice
stop
by
by
Gianfrancaro, point blank.
They got numbers now. They got
go quickly.
They got big-time numbers.
Wilson. He shoots it. He had a teammate as a shield.
This game's gone off the rails here.
I mean,
watch this hit. So many offensive players lose the thought that the goalie is in play.
Millen trying to change that. Will 9 try and take over? He's looking for a pick from Interlead. Defender Proska skips it. Trying to get another one. Proska stays on him, but he's a good pass and finish. Oh my God, Gianfrancaro with the robbery. Good quickness from 00 in blue.
Down, Don Pietramala with a little takeaway.
Dad taught him everything he knows, right? Barden back into the offensive end. Duffy. Thought about it. Now he goes behind the cage. The attention he draws from this defense. Finds inside and can't get it off in time. The horn sounded before Reedy was able to bury it. Take nothing away from those two, though.
Carolina needs just to finish. That was the theme last week. They didn't finish against Army.
Suchek here has his defender hung up now.
Same for Virginia in their loss to Syracuse.
Nunes comes out to check and gets under his defender. He shoots and scores!
That's pretty good. Don't taunt. Don't taunt. You made a great play. Stand up and get away from that man. The separation here, Cotter, is as he's falling down to the ground. He's just got uncanny vision to see where the goalie was, to know where the goal is. and to bounce that ball. This is a high-level play. Watch the move first, but the shot aspect of it. Look, he's to a good spot. Nunes makes a decision to come at him, and he shoots it around the goaltender. If you're a goalie, you come out here, you've got to finish. You've got to clean house. Got some new names in the lineup since I've last seen them.
English, not one of those, 23 in white. Been a staple on this team now for years. Keeps his footing, nice job. Step down by Wertheim, scores!
And one, English got buried after that incredible pass. Ty English, he's gonna be a pro someday. Senior out of Culver. He can break down shorties, he's a great captain. He can play both ends if you need him to. He's a former short stick defensive midi now, running that offensive role. And he's going to get himself 20 goals this season. Watch this. He runs himself into some traffic, dishes it back, pays the price. Flag drops, and Wertheim scores.
Live ball foul. Live ball foul.
Michigan has an RPI win. Nice pass. One time off the top of the pipe. This guy's been impressive today, Brett Koopman.
He has 34, and he runs well. He's good with the ball in traffic.
Fired up to the open net, scores! Levy! Ties a ball and a perfect day for the Levy family. I'm not flying out until tomorrow morning. I want to go to the Levy household tonight and celebrate. Challenge flag is on the field. I think Lars is seeing something he didn't like. What are we seeing? Or what am I missing? That would be challenged.
Shot the ball and see if it's a goal or not. The previous play is under review.
There'll always be somebody that jumps up. Somebody gets upset. Somebody ends up with another big win. Shoots on the run. Gianfrancaro, no problem.
Good stop.
And the beautiful outlet. Many more of the old rivalries like this one right here. Harshbarger. Good feet inside. And a chance for the captain, Ty English, to finish it up.
Family style, everybody eating. I really have been impressed with Carolina's offensive unselfishness and their willingness to pass the ball and move and work into the shot clock for the best possible shot. They've shown remarkable growth from a year ago, and they made a lot of corrections from their loss last week against Army. Look at the off-ball movement and the over-the-shoulder pass. Gotta love it. First-round road upsets are rare historically.
On the run.
We called Army beating Maryland, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
We should have seen the writing on the wall, because that Duke team then lost to Maryland in the NCAA tournament up in Hofstra, right?
Yeah, and they lost generational players off of that team. I mean, so many great players. Colsey can't beat Gianfrancaro. Balsamo picks it up. Balsamo was on that Duke team last year. And Coach Bresci will tell you that was a huge game for this team in terms of their confidence, this North Carolina team. That Duke team that played in Dallas a couple of weeks ago against Denver. That wasn't a very good game for Duke, but the experience of going and playing in Dallas, and we saw Notre Dame and Maryland, a great environment in Atlanta earlier this year.
Nice stop.
Saved by, and that's Morris in net, taking over for Nunes. But Morris isn't shaken up a little bit. That hit him. Taden Boltman on the field for the Heels. Got Reedy out there. Owen Dixon. Good to see Dixie's kid, Owen Dixon, number 20 in white.
Great day to be a heel. What a great day to be a Tar Heel lacrosse fan.
Cade Whaling will just run out the clock, and the horn sounds. Big win for North Carolina.